Hello. So, decided to take another video on repairing a coffee machine. It's a Siemens eq7 Plus L series AromaSense. I think this is the AromaSense Plus because it has this person modes where you can store a lot of data. Okay, so yeah, this one has an interesting behavior because if we go into the component, I will show how it behaves when you turn it on, but if we go into the component test and we go into the BU, it is brewing unit, to get it up, and let's press start. Okay, if we go to the error logs, okay, so if you want to get into this service menu, you just press these two buttons and then turn on the power, and then don't let go of these buttons, and it will get into the service menu. Then if we go into the memory, we have different memories, error memories. The one interesting is BU, brewing unit overcurrent is 15,000. Yeah, okay, so I think it was a little bit low. Maybe something is with memory, but yeah, it's a lot. So this is the problem. The other ones are not that important, but and if we go into the error log, we see brewing motor up, brewing motor down. This is not that important, but yes, it's something with brewing motor going up or down. And if we go into the component test, and let's try to get brewing unit up, and it goes up and it shut down. Yeah, I checked the motherboard. Motherboard functions okay. So, and now let's try, if we just try to turn it on. Now, because of the power button, it stays on the on state, and when I try to turn it on, it just has, okay, the water error. I don't remember, but I think you usually get an error that please contact hotline or something like this, and it doesn't go out. Yeah. Okay, and the problem that I suspect should be in this one. It's the motor that turns the brewing unit up and down. Problem with it, it's quite deep in the housing, and even if you loosen the bolts from the other side and you want to take it out, it's impossible because it hits the housing in there, and it doesn't have space to get it out. So in principle, you need to slice it open completely. You take off the upper side, and then you have here a slice where you need to take out almost everything, and I haven't found a video about it, so I'll try to show some key steps. It will be difficult to show it as complete video, so I think I will try to take on video partly steps that should be important. And yeah, from what I'm suspecting is okay, I'll take it apart and show you in a second. Okay, and this is the motor from when taken apart. It's not that difficult to take it apart. You just push a little bit the clips to outside and pull it open. And what I'm suspecting, or what it is in principle, is just a simple motor with a gear that rotates the brewing unit and gets it up and down. And inside it has these two switches. And what happens is the motor turns the brewing unit up, and this part touches the switch, and then the main controller knows that it reached the endpoint. But if not, then it should hit somewhere, in either I think here on the housing or at this part, and then you have an overcurrent situation. When the motor gets to the place where it cannot move, the current jumps up, and that's what causes our problem. So let's see if it will be like this. Okay, got some of the parts off. So I think you can find a lot of videos on YouTube how to take it apart, but yeah, first you take off the back cover, 3 clips on the bottom side and few in the middle, but you just pull it off. On this side you go always through the from the bottom side, and then here you just pry it off, as here the clips are hard to get, and if you pull it, usually they stay in place, not always of course, but sometimes stays. Then this side again, clips on the bottom side, and you pull it slightly up and it goes off. On front, this one needs to be on the bottom side, 3 clips again, quite hard to open, but yeah, you have to be careful again, because they break quite easily, so just be gentle, and then 3 clips to push down, and at the same time apply pressure or pulling pressure just to take it off. In this one it's quite difficult too. It has some interesting clips that you in principle have to, if I can find it. Okay, here it is. And as you can see, these bottom ones are quite interesting and difficult. Yeah, so difficult to say how, but in principle I was just wiggling it in all sides and trying to pull it down as you need to pull it down, and then take it out into the inside, because it just pushes out inside and up, and then the clips hold it in place. Yeah, so sometimes the clips break, but yeah, that's what you have with plastic clips. This one is especially pain in the bottom part. I have it already off. You have one earth clip here, and 2 earth clips here, and then the heating unit for the cup heater. But what you have is here these things that go in on the round pin and is holded from the side with these hooks. How to call it? In principle, what you need to do is insert a screwdriver and push it a little bit away, and then pull it up, so not to bend the bottom part and not to break the clips. But yeah, it's still, I think I broke off 2 or 3. Yeah, that's for this part. So now we go on further part. What I have done, I inserted a screwdriver, something here or here, I don't, just to inserted it a little bit, just to have a pressure of up, and then I unclipped these 2 clips, pulled it a little bit up, then unclipped the next 2 clips and pulled it up, and then I just ripped it open, because again we have a lot of clips on this side, here. This one you can take, but yeah, multiple ones, it's just impossible. Yeah, real hell to take it apart. Okay, but now we are almost where we need to be, and yeah, let's see how it goes further. Now we need to take off the bottom part. For that you unscrew one screw here, and then you have two little clips on one side and on the other side. They have to go inside, and then you just pull it up, and yeah, the bottom plate goes off. Nice findings. Okay, now what you need to do is, of course, unplug the motor from the main board and from the power, and then you have 4 screws. Okay, let's see from the further away. One is right here, this one up. The other one is behind the pump, you can see it a little bit. Third one is yeah, here at this side. Back, what is it? Back. Okay. Yeah, back there. There, and the last one is, where's the last one? Ah, okay, and the last one is up here. See? Yeah, you need to unscrew these 4 screws. I think these two need to go out completely, and these two you should leave a little bit, because if you unscrew it completely, the whole housing will fall apart. And yeah, and of course unscrew the 3 screws from the other side. That can be unscrewed at any time, but yeah, this is the good time to do it. So okay, now I'm unscrewing the 3 screws and from the normal side here, these 3 screws, and yeah, as I said, I'm unscrewing the other 4 screws, and then I will be able to take out the brewing unit motor. Oh, okay, yeah, you got it out, but yeah, for that I think I unscrewed this upper bolt completely, this bolt completely. I even unscrewed the heater a little bit just to get me some space, and still it was very hard. So I think maybe the ceramic valve needs to get out too, or let's just unscrew it so you can move it a little bit to get a little bit more space to get it out, because it's very tight. I think it's one of the first parts that get on the metal plate when they start to assemble it, and so it's a very difficult one to get it out. Okay, I got it off the cover, and now let's try to somehow place this foam so it could balance on the coffee machine. I hope it will not fall down. Okay, what we want to check is, let's try to focus it in here, and I have a multimeter in the continuity mode. So let's see the bottom one. Okay, this one seems to be okay, and the upper one, we don't have anything. That's our problem, this little switch. Yeah, I'll try to maybe open it up to see if it's possible to take it apart and repair it, because I'm not sure if I can get some replacement, or I can just take it out of the another motor unit. And yeah, if you need the writings on it, but it should be a simple micro switch that got some moisture, I think. Yeah, okay, that's for the problem it has. Managed to get everything back in place. To get it back in, I needed to remove the screws from the ceramic valve, 3 screws from the other side, and yeah, this was one screw, upper screw of the heating element was loose too, and I still managed barely to get it in. Still was quite hard. So yeah. Maybe it's possible to loosen even more the screws. I left it on 1 or 2 threads still, so it wouldn't go out. But yeah, then I thought that it could be possible to loosen the screws completely when you have the machine on your side, so the screws will not fall out of their places, because yeah, some that are easy to get in, but some are difficult. Okay, so let's say here one more time. One screw is here. Okay, you can get into it through this this hole behind the cable rack, and another one is up here behind this cable rack. You can see it. Oh no, sorry, here, upper one. It's down there. And on the other side, one is behind the pump, right there. I'll try to get it in. Oh, come on. Here it is, behind the pump. And the other one is easy to access, is here. Okay, so these are the 4 screws, and then you pull the housing apart and make all this adjustment. Okay. And as for the micro switch, it's quite easy to open. You just go along the edge with the X-Acto knife, and it has a little bit of glue, but it opens up easily. And yeah, inside, as expected, I found some corrosion from water. It was easy to clean with some isopropyl alcohol and yeah, some sharp tools. In principle, the construction seems quite sturdy and solid, and it will hold very long if no water will get in. Yeah, and yeah, for the assembly, just put everything back, and some glue, of course, will not hurt, because some forces are there to be expected.